Why? Because machines are like training wheels when you want to learn to ride a bicycle, right? If you would come to me and tell me, hey Pedro, I would like to run the Tour de France. I would really like to go and do the Tour de France. But I can't ride a bike, right? I don't know how to ride a bike. Well, I wouldn't just put you on top of a bike and say, okay, start there and write you a workout program to do your miles or whatever they do. I don't know. I actually know nothing about training cyclists, but you get my point. You would start off with training wheels so that you don't fall off. Hey gentlemen, I'm here today to talk to you about what a first time gym goer's workout should be. So, you're new to the gym, you want to start to work out so that you can build muscle and feel good about yourself, feel confident and a powerful male. But you know nothing about working out. So, what should you do first? Well, the first thing I would recommend is that you find a competent personal trainer to aid you and assist you and teach you how to do the basic movements that we do when we try to build muscle in the gym. Of course, that's more easy said than done because finding an actual competent personal trainer, especially in those big box gyms, is like finding a needle in a haystack. And believe me, because I work in the industry and I've trained thousands of people and I've worked with a lot of personal trainers, and most of them are clueless. So it can be hard to find a personal trainer, but if you can find one, a competent one, then and if you have the money, I should say, then start there. Hire a PT so that he can teach you how to lift. But let's say that you don't have access to a good personal trainer, or maybe you don't have the money to spend on a personal trainer. Well, what you can do in that situation is learn online. You can learn the basic movements online, and for this, I would recommend that you check out Ben Pakulski. Ben Pakulski is an expert in biomechanics as it regards building muscle, or as it pertains to build muscle. So if you want to check out Ben Pakulski, you can go to his YouTube. He has a great YouTube channel where he teaches you proper biomechanics of working out, and he also has his own website where he has his products, he has his books, and he has kind of a university, a video series that can teach you how to implement proper biomechanics while you are working out. So either way, you want to have some kind of a sense of what constitutes a resistance training paradigm. You have to have a little bit of knowledge, of kinesthetic knowledge, by watching people tell you what to do and by watching them exemplifying the movements, so that when you go to the gym, you have kind of a sense of what it's expected of you just by having that prior knowledge. Now, we get to the actual gym. What should the workout be like? Well, first of all, and a lot of people would disagree with me, but I stand firmly on this, you should always start with machines. Why? Because machines are like training wheels when you want to learn to ride a bicycle, right? If you would come to me and tell me, hey Pedro, I would like to run the Tour de France. I would really like to go and do the Tour de France. But I can't ride a bike, right? I don't know how to ride a bike. Well, I wouldn't just put you on top of a bike and said, okay, start there and write you a workout program to do your miles or whatever they do. I don't know. I actually know nothing about training cyclists, but you get my point. You would start off with training wheels so that you don't fall off. Well, it's the same thing here. Machines or gym machines are training wheels. It's very, and believe me, because I've trained thousands of people, thousands of newbies, newcomers, it's very, very hard for you to pick someone that has just come to the gym on its own and knows nothing about lifting weight, and you put them doing, let's say, squats. When you do that, they have so much variables that they need to control in real time that it's almost impossible that they actually execute the lift the right way. They have to control their breathing, their tempo, their biomechanics. They have to stabilize the weight. They have to stabilize themselves. So there's a lot of variables that they need to focus on at any one time, and that will not be good. So you want to start off in the machines. You want to go to the machines because the weight is fixed. You don't need to stabilize the weight. That's a pro. So you can focus on just tempo. You want to control how fast the weight moves. That's the first thing. You want to focus on tempo. The second thing is that you want to control the rep. You want to feel in control of the weights at all times. You don't want to throw the weight around. Remember, if you are at the gym to build muscle, you are not there to weight lift. You are there to contract muscle mass. The weight that you lift is irrelevant. It's the strain on your muscles that counts. So you want to contract muscles as hard as you can. And that brings me to the third point. The third point is that you want to feel your muscles contracting. You want to really feel like you are contracting your muscles while you do the lift. So let's say you're doing a bicep curl in a machine. You want to feel your biceps contract as hard as you can. So you want to control the tempo. You want to slowly bring down the weight and then contract as hard as you can in the way up, in the concentric phase. Then you want to feel in control of all of the repetitions. You want to feel in control of the weight. And lastly, you want to feel the contraction that you can get by being on the machine and not worrying about anything else. You want to feel that muscle contracting as hard as you can. Now comes the actual workout plan. And for that, we are using high reps and low volume of sets. So, high reps, at least 20 reps per set, up to 30 if you want to, but at least 20 reps per set, and 2 sets per exercises, and maximum 5 exercises. That's it. So, why high reps? You are using high reps because you just want to get the reps in. You want to practice the execution that we just talked about, the tempo, the feel, and the contraction. You want to practice that. You want to practice that so that your nervous system can have a good, stable connection with your muscle mass. You want to get that connection going, that mind-muscle connection. And you do that by getting reps in. Also, high reps will not cause as much muscle damage. Secondly, only 2 sets per exercise. Why? Well, because if you are new to the gym, you are already going to get sore anyway, and 2 sets is plentiful for you to get the stimuli that you need for that workout. You're so new, it's such a novel stimuli for your muscle fibers, what you're about to do, that you don't really need more than 2 sets. That's it. And lastly, only 5 exercises. 5 exercises multiplied by 2 sets, that gives us a volume of 10 sets per session. And that's more than enough. Lastly, on this workout structure, we are going to split the workouts by lower body and upper body. So one day will be lower body only, and the other day will be upper body only. So you're going to work out legs one day and your upper body in the other day. And you can do this all the week long. So you can work out legs on Monday, upper body on Tuesday, and then legs on Wednesday and upper on Thursday, and so on and so forth. But if you can only get 2 works out in, that's plentiful, so don't worry about it. Just you don't need to worry about it also if you want to work out all week long. You just need to oscillate between upper body and lower body so that you don't build too much fatigue in, because as I said, you are practicing, you are not actually trying to go full effort. When you first start at the gym, you are just practicing, you're getting your reps in, you are learning movement patterns and proper biomechanics. That's it. And finally, once you've mastered all of this, once you master the executions of the lifts, so the tempo, the feel, and the contraction, once you've mastered all of that, then you can move on to free weights and repeat the whole cycle. So once you've mastered the contraction and the feel and the tempo, you simply go to the free weights and do it all over again. So let's say you are doing leg extensions. Well, you've mastered the movement, you know how to contract your quads, you know how to control the weight, and you know that you should slow down the rep when you go down, and you know that you want to contract explosively on the way up, whilst always being in control of the weight. That's very, very important. So now you go to the free weights and you repeat the cycle by implementing, let's say, squats. And the cycle begins again. Only now you actually know how to lift weights, and now you only have to worry about stabilizing the movement and having proper biomechanics. And that's why we start off with the machines, because they teach you, or you are able to be taught how to control and contract your muscles and be in control of the weight, so that when you do go to the free weights, that's second nature to you, and you can just focus on proper biomechanics and stabilizing. So I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.